What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 United Rentals Work United 500. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series, headed to Phoenix National Speedway on the 1-mile track that will determine the championship at the end of the season. So this is going to be a really good indication on who could be really big threats going into this weekend, who could be threats at the end of the championship if these drivers do end up being threats in the championship week. So last time we were here in the spring race, we saw Chase Briscoe become the 200th winner in NASCAR Cup Series history after holding off hard chargers Ross Chastain and Tyler Reddick to score the victory. And the previous time we were here, we saw Joe Logano win the NASCAR Cup Series championship. So will we get a new winner? Will we get Ford domination? We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So weather for this weekend is actually looking really promising. It's going to be 82 degrees as a high with 55 degrees as a low. Right now, a 0% chance of rain. So it's going to be pretty hot in Phoenix International Raceway. It's going to be pretty solid weather, but also really warm weather. So if you're going out to Phoenix, make sure you are prepared. Make sure you have your sunscreen on, and make sure you're prepared going out to the weekend. In addition to the weather, let's talk about a new rules package it is debuting, because NASCAR is technically debuting a new short track package. So the spoiler has reduced from a 4-inch spoiler to a 2-inch spoiler, and they have removed 3 diffuser strakes and 3 engine strakes. The hope is to reduce 30% of the reduction in downforce. The hope is that the racing can be a lot better on the short tracks and the road courses this year, and it debuts this weekend in Phoenix. So we should be getting a really good indication how the race will be on the shorter ovals and the road courses throughout the 2023 season this weekend at Phoenix International Raceway. So anyway, now let's go ahead and jump into picks. So for those who are new to the channel, we've had some new subscribers coming recently. Here's how picks work on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I think are going to struggle or continue their struggles, 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers expect to run a little bit better that have had good runs recently under fun equipment, and a winner's pick, a driver I think is going to win. And they got the ones you need to watch out for this weekend, and I got 5 drivers you need to watch out for besides the winner of the race. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend at Phoenix International Raceway? My first suck pick for this weekend is a driver who's kind of struggled throughout the 2023 season, but isn't really a big shock considering he's a rookie. Now, he qualified very well at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, qualified 4th, but basically fell outside the top 20 within about 20 or 30 laps in the race. I'm talking about Ty Gibbs. The last time Ty Gibbs raced here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, he went on to win the Xfinity Series championship. But Ty Gibbs has really struggled in the Cup Series coming in, which isn't a big shock or a big surprise. I think Ty Gibbs is going to continue those struggles. I think he's going to run outside the top 20 this weekend. Yes, even in Joe Gibbs Racing equipment, I think he's going to run outside the top 20 this weekend. His best finish, I believe, this season so far is a 16th place at Auto Club. I just don't think he's going to have the pace or speed to be up front. I think Joe Gibbs Racing is going to give him not as good of a car. I think Ty Gibbs is going to struggle this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. My second suck pick for this weekend is a driver who's part of an organization that has really struggled. And this is kind of surprising considering I looked up this guy's stats, and he's generally been solid at the track in the past. But I think with the struggles of Stewart-Haas Racing themselves, I think this guy is going to finish near the back. I'm talking about Aric Almirola. Aric Almirola has had kind of a struggling start to 2023. He finished 16th, which is his best finish so far of the 2023 season. But it just doesn't seem like Stewart-Haas Racing right now in general does have the overall pace and speed. And I think Aric Almirola is just going to continue the struggles that he's had to start the 2023 season this weekend at Phoenix. I think he's going to finish outside the top 20 this weekend and continue a really bad start to the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season. So now we're going to jump onto the underdog picks for this weekend at Phoenix International Raceway. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick is part of the same organization Aric Almirola is part of. This guy has had a terrible start to 2023. Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe's best finish in the first 3 races of the season is 20th. And if there's a track where Chase Briscoe can really go and kind of have a really good run, a much-needed good run, it is Phoenix. Both races he ran here last year. Of course, he got his first Career Cup Series victory here at Phoenix, and also ran very well in the season finale as well. Was upright in the early stages of the race, and I think Stewart-Haas Racing is going to give him a good enough car to at least get him for a top 5 or maybe a top 10. Chase Briscoe needs some momentum. He has struggled to start 2023. He's like 32nd or 33rd in the points, and right now is already pretty much in a must-win situation. This is a racetrack where I think he can turn the corner and turn things around, and I think he'll contend for a top 10 this weekend at Phoenix. The second underdog pick for this weekend is a driver who had a fantastic run at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and was his first finish of the 2023 season, and of course, ended up finishing getting his first top 5 of 2023. I'm talking about Bubba Wallace. Now, Bubba Wallace historically at this track at Phoenix has not been really the greatest here. However, I go back to spring race in 2021 where I know he didn't finish that good, but he had top 5 speed throughout the day and was contending for a top 5 finish until the crew decided to make a really, really bad mistake and a really bad strategy call that Mike Wheeler made. I think Bubba Wallace is going to have a really good run this weekend. We saw how fast the 45 car was near the end of the race last year. I know Bubba historically hasn't been too good, but I think Bubba Wallace turns the corner this weekend, and I think Bubba Wallace will get another top 10 this weekend and continue an upward trend. I think Bubba Wallace is going to have a very good run this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. And now we're going to jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend at Phoenix. Who is my winner's pick? Well, the first 2 races so far, we have seen Chevy dominate and win all 3 races. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won the Daytona 500, Kyle Busch won at Auto Club, and we saw William Byron dominate, and Hendrick in general dominate and win at Las Vegas. I think for the first time this season, you're not going to see Chevrolet win because the driver I'm picking to win has had arguably the best car in both of the races last year at Phoenix, Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney, I think, is going to end his winless streak that goes all the way back to Daytona in 2021, which is over basically 40 races at this point. Ryan Blaney has really just not had a great start to 2023. Let's be perfectly honest. He's not had really the great finishes to back it up. However, if there's a track where Penske tends to show up and show a great pace, especially with him and his teammate, it's this track of Phoenix. I think Ryan Blaney is going to be very, very fast this weekend. I think Team Penske figures it out this weekend, and I think Ryan Blaney will get his first win of 2023. I've had this kind of circle as a track where Ryan Blaney can win. It was faster last year, and I think Ryan Blaney goes to victory lane this weekend at Phoenix. So now we're going to jump on the ones you need to watch out for this weekend at Phoenix. Who are the drivers you need to keep your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for is a 2022 NASCAR Cup Series champion and the winner the last time we were here at Phoenix Raceway, Joey Logano. Joe Logano, historically really great at this track throughout his career. He's won here a couple times, 2020 and 2022. And Logano's always been very, very quick at this racetrack. And I think Joe Logano is going to be fast like he was last year at this race. I think Team Penske's putting their eggs in a basket of Phoenix and hoping they can make the championship 4. I think Joe Logano is going to be very, very quick. And I think Team Penske is going to give him a fast car this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. The second driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Phoenix is a driver who won your back in 2018 in the fall race, and I think the spring race as well, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has been very, very good throughout his career at Phoenix International Raceway, and I think that Rich Schultz Racing has shown some pretty good pace on the shorter ovals as well. I know last weekend, if Las Vegas was not that great for Kyle Busch, he still ran very solidly, but he probably had his worst running car he's had all year. And you go back to the spring race last year where, like I mentioned, Todd Reddick and Nia Carr ran very, very well. So I think the A team is going to be very, very fast this weekend. And I think Kyle Busch is going to have a very strong run with this team. I think it tends for a win. It wouldn't surprise if he gets the second win of 2023 this weekend at Phoenix. The third driver you need to watch out for is a driver who won the championship race in 2021, that being Kyle Larson. Now, in last year's spring race, Kyle Larson suffered an engine failure. However, I don't think he's going to have an engine failure this time around, and Kyle Larson is, of course, coming off a very strong run in the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas, where he ended up finishing second and nearly won. If had that caution not come out, he probably would have won that race over William Byron. I think Kyle Larson is going to be very, very fast this weekend. I think Hendrick Motorsports is going to give him a very fast car where Kyle Larson will be a contender and might get his first win of 2023. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The fourth driver we need to watch out for this weekend is the driver finished third in the championship race last year and nearly won the spring race in 2022, Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain has had a very good start to 2023. His worst finish of the first 3 races is 12th place. And also, like I mentioned, was really fast at Phoenix Raceway in 2022. I think that Trackhouse Racing has only gotten better to really start 2023, and I think they're going to see Ross Chastain be up front throughout this race. I think Chastain is going to be really, really quick. I think that you're going to see Trackhouse give him a really fast car. I think Chastain will be contending for the win this weekend at Phoenix. And the fifth and final driver you need to watch out for this weekend is a driver who will be looking to win his 10th race at Phoenix Raceway, Kevin Harvick. You never can count out Kevin Harvick. Now, Stewart-Haas Racing, there's no secret they have struggled this season. However, I think Kevin Harvick is going to be, he's been really the only driver Stewart-Haas Racing to show any sort of speed to be competing for a win. You go back to Auto Club a couple weeks ago where they were really, really fast. But I think Kevin Harvick's going to be really, really fast. And wouldn't it be a great send-off if at least Harvick is able to get one win? Wouldn't it be a great send-off if Kevin Harvick get his 10th win this weekend in his second to last race at Phoenix? I think that'd be really, really cool, and I would love for that to happen. So I think Kevin Harvick is for sure going to be a threat this weekend, and I think Harvick will contend for a top 5 or even top 3 this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. So those are my race picks for this weekend at Phoenix. Just a reminder, my sec picks are Ty Gibbs, Aric Almirola. My underdog picks are Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace. My winner's pick is Ryan Blaney. And the ones to watch are Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, and Kevin Harvick. So anyways, that is going to be for the race picks video for this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you're notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below for that, and combo your race picks below for this weekend at Phoenix. Let me know your sec picks, let me know your underdog picks, and let me know who you think is going to win, and tell me your drivers need to watch out for this weekend. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. There might be a second video on the channel later today, but won't probably be until later tonight, though I'm not entirely sure. I'm not confirming that or denying that at this point. There will be at least one video on Friday. There'll be a NASCAR news video on the channel. And Saturday, there is going to be at least a couple videos potentially on the channel. You'll have basically the Xfinity Series race review, along with the potential possibility of the starting lineup video coming out Saturday. If it doesn't come out Saturday, it will come out on Sunday. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.